So what is shell scripting, right? So why we need shell scripting? Here you can see we have one image. So I'm going to zoom this one a little bit. We have shell, then we have ksh, bash, css. So this letter meaning is we are calling this corn shell, then after burn again shell, bash, then C shell. All of these are shell type. So shell basically doing what is, we have a user, it will make a connection between user and a kernel. So if you want to make a communicate with the kernel, then shell will do that task. But to do this task we need a programming language. So this language is called by as a shell scripting or shell programming language. There are variables, function, loops, and also special command which is specifically available for this shell scripting language. And what is the meaning of kernel? So think we have a software, that means operating system, then after we have internal hardware, that means our processor and other hardware. So you need to make a connection between this operating system and hardware. For that, in Unix operating system we have a kernel. Kernel will act as a bridge between your hardware and your operating system. So it is like a heart of your operating system. That means if you take Ubuntu, Linux, Solaris, so it is like a heart of that operating system, kernel, right? Okay, I'm going to zoom out this one. Then what we have definition. A shell script is a text file that contains a sequence of commands for a Unix based operating system. If you have a Unix based operating system like Linux, Ubuntu, Solaris, Fedora, then you can use this shell script, right? We have more than one statement or command, then it will do one particular task by using that script, right? So it is called shell script because it combines a sequence of command. We have a sequence of command that would otherwise have to be typed into a keyboard one at a time into a single script. So if you don't want to use this shell script, then you have to type each and every command one by one in terminal window, right? So when you use shell script, you can automate this task. You can reuse this function or command. Shell is the operating system command line interface. So when you take Windows operating system, we have command prompt. Like that in Unix based operating system, we are calling this command line interface shell, right? So an interpreter for the set of commands that are used to communicate with the system. And this one is an interpreter. That means it will read a command line by line. So if you take a compiler, it will read entire code into a machine code, but here it is reading line by line. So we are shell is the interpreter, right? Shell script can contain parameters, command and subcommand, and that the shell must follow. When you take shell script, it has parameter, command, variables, function, loops. These kind of things are included in the shell scripting. Okay, so how shell scripting works? Shell script contain ASCII text and are written using a text editor. Word processor graphical user interface. Shell scripts support loops, variables, if then else statement, arrays and shortcut. Once complete, the file is saved with the .txt or .sh extension and in a location that the shell can access. Right. So shell is a sequence of command, right? I'm going to open a terminal inside this folder which is available in my desktop. So we'll open terminal here. Right, so I have opened my terminal inside this folder. So I'm going to output something using echo command. So this will print whichever value I pass here into the shell or terminal output screen. I'm going to print hello shell here, and I am going to press enter. Then now you can see we are getting the output hello shell here, right? So think we have 10 command. Then for that 10 command we can't, it's not a good way to write that 10 command one by one here, or else we have 100 line, 1000 line. So rather than writing this command directly in the terminal, you can create a script file, shell script. Then after you can call that script whenever you want. So that's why we are using shell script. So I'm going to create a file using touch command. So first .sh, then this will create a new shell file. So if I list down the file, you can see we have first.sh file. I'm going to open this file in my text editor. It will open in a text editor. If you have Vim or Nano, you can open that inside that particular text editor. Now I'm going to write echo first shell, then after again echo welcome to shell scripting. I'm going to save this one. So okay, we'll save this one. Now to compile this one, you can use bash. We are using born again shell. Then after your file name is first.sh. So let's see, bash first.sh, right? You can see it is printing all these 2 lines. So like this you can add if condition, loops, function. You can add all of things you want to add inside your script. Then after you can call this particular file whenever you need. So to compile this one, you can use bash command, or else you can use /, then after file name first.sh. But this time you need to give a permission, right? So you can call chmod change mode +x, then after first.sh we are changing the permission. Then after you can compile first.sh. Now you can see same thing. You can use bash first.sh, file name .shell command, or / first.sh. And there is another thing. So this bash shell is located inside. So we can find this one using which bash. In this path use a bin bash. In my system it is inside this path, right? So you can find the Perl is located inside. So we have Perl inside this path. Then after we have shell inside this path. So I need bash, that means this path. I am going to add this line on top of this shell script. So to add, we have special command #*, then after path use a bin bash. Now I'm going to save this file. Then after we will execute this script again, bash first.sh file. Okay, so why I have added this line? So see, reason is when you compile this one, that means when you execute this script file, on that time we are telling use bash shell for compile this one, execute this file. So you can't use corn shell or C shell. Definitely you have to use bash shell for this one. That's why we are adding this line on top of our text file, right? Shell file. Okay, you can save by using txt or shell. Here I have saved using sh command. Then after, basically we need terminal. Here you can see we have terminal. It is like command line interface. So we have different kind of command line interface. That means for the shell script we are using shell CLI, right? So then after we have a script in this file. When you execute this file, we are calling that shell script. And also for the shell we have different type shell. As I told, we have born shell, corn shell, C shell, then after born again shell. We are using born again shell or bash for the entire series. Okay, right, so we discuss one by one. We have born shell. This is the original Unix shell. This is fast and more preferred. So original Unix shell is born shell, not born again, no corn shell, born shell. So it is denoted by sh keyword. So thing is, you can't use arithmetic and logical expression inside this shell. For that you have to import some libraries. So, and also for the Solaris operating system, this one is the default shell. Then we have C shell. The C shell is run in a text terminal window and is able to easily read file command. It includes built-in arithmetic and C-like expression. Then we have CSS or C shell. So this one has arithmetic command built in, right? So no need to import the libraries. Then after we have cone shell. This one is made using the bone shell. That means all the shell command which is run in the bone shell will run on the cone shell also. And C shell command also will be work on the cone shell. And this one is denoted by KSH, that means cone shell. So finally we have our shell, that means bone again shell. It is compatible to bone shell. It includes features from cone and bone shell. By using cone and bone shell, this one is made. So this is a superset. Then after to syntax for this one is bash, right? So I think you heard this keyword bash, where for this series we are using bash shell, born again shell. Why we need shell script? So why we are going to use shell script? Automating the code compiling process. These are some point, right? Running a program or creating a program environment, completing batch, manipulating files, linking existing routine backup, executing routine backups, monitoring system. So basically we are using shell for the automating tasks, or if you want to do a certain task several times, on that time you can write a shell script and you can do this one. Or you can do administrative tasks in your operating system, then you can use a shell script for that task, right? So we will discuss the variables in the next video. So if you have any question, you can comment down.